Course corrections. Are you willing to be the navigator? To be the navigator of your life, you must consider the direction you are going and make course corrections. To make a course correction, you must first establish your present trajectory. Consider what you've spent time, energy, and money, which is a form of energy, on in the last day, week, or other unit of time you can observe closely. The time and energy you've spent in the recent past are the thrust of your trajectory. Based on the temporal and energetic momentum of the last unit of time, you have a map of where you are heading. A map, however, is not the territory and cannot precisely predict the future. For example, if we apply this technique to your physical health, based on what you've put in your body, the exercise you've done, and so forth in the last day, week, or month, what sort of body should you expect to have if that way of eating, exercise, and so forth continued indefinitely? Given that you'll continue to age, if the way you've treated your body in the last 24 hours is unsustainable, you need to make course corrections and follow a better map. The map, however, cannot account for wildcard variables. I could faithfully follow a good health map, eating and exercising well right up to the moment I'm hit by a truck. Nevertheless, maps are great tools, and we should follow the best map we can come up with. Give the same type of analysis to finances, relationships, and time expenditures. Remember that intentionality is revealed more by actions than words. Regardless of your stated intentions, your present trajectory is more accurately calculated by what you actually did in the last unit of time. To change course, you must take many new actions and cease certain old ones. Statements of intention not backed by action are like reading a proclamation of where you want your boat to go as you stand on the deck while no one is minding the sails, rigging, and rudder. A major course correction requires you to drop a new map and immediately take action. So you can almost apply, you're a body in motion. So if you apply the laws of inertia and you want to see where you're going, what is the present momentum? Because a body's going to keep going in that direction unless another force is applied to it. And so what you spend time, energy, and money on is what determines what your momentum is. And unless you're hit by an asteroid or you make a course correction and immediately take action with it, then it's a pretty reliable map of where you're going to end up. So if you have a big dream, for example, if you're not working on it at least 2 hours a day, you're probably not going to achieve it. Acting on a new map. So a major course correction requires you to draw up a new map and immediately take actions corresponding to the new map. But acting on a new map does not guarantee smooth sailing. Storms are still going to try to blow you off course. Plot your present trajectory, noting everything you spend time and energy on. Are you doing things you remember well on your deathbed? Are you doing things you wouldn't want others to know about? What are you doing now that does not set a good example for others and would be a problem for society if everyone acted so? And this is what Kant called the categorical imperative. You should act in a way that would set the example for others. If you're not doing that, you're probably rationalizing. You've cut out a special exception for yourself, and that can be pretty hard to justify. To make a substantial course correction means going against the flow. Your old trajectory has lots of momentum behind it. Finally, if you miss the right exit on the highway, when is the best time to turn back? Should you wait till tomorrow morning, the weekend, or the end of the school term? The answer is, if you need a course correction, you almost certainly need it now. Be a wise and alert navigator now and now ever, for there will never be a time when you can safely fall asleep at the wheel. If you want to be the navigator of your life, you are asking for a relatively rare and privileged position. Most people are adrift in collective undertow and are not captains of their own ships. If you want to be your own navigator, think again if you are up for the challenge, because this position is a 24/7, 365 responsibility. As navigator of your own life, you're never off duty. You must be ready to re-triangulate your position and make continual course corrections through a journey that may last lifetimes. To be the navigator of your life, you must consider the direction you are going and make course corrections. I guess I already read that. Anyway, I think you get the idea. Navigation is a crucial life skill. And to use it, you must be realistic about where you're actually going, and then and see if that accords with your life mission, with what you would like to accomplish in your life. And then, without waiting to be motivated, because there's key research that shows that that is a big mistake, you take actions, motivated or not, that accord with your overall life direction. And that can include doing mundane tasks that are needed to fulfill any quest. If you looked at the Fellowship of the Ring, most of the time they'd just be gathering firewood and establishing a campsite and stuff like that. So make sure that you are moving toward your guiding star, the things you remember best on your deathbed. And if you need to make course corrections, do it immediately.